This week was filled with records. Femke Bol, Aleia Hobbs, Anna Hall, Ryan Crouser. The NCAA athletes were pretty low-key, but the pro athletes around the world lit up the track and held nothing back. So let's waste no time and jump right into it. First off, Femke Bol and her world record of 49.26 seconds in the 400 meters. That took a huge chunk off the previous record of 49.59 set all the way back in 1982, over 40 years ago. Just a week ago, Femke Bol broke 50 seconds for the first time, and now she is the world record holder. I love seeing an athlete like Bol really take advantage of the season, build momentum, and really attack the event going for a record when they know it's very much within reach. Bol held no punches, and this was a masterclass in 400 meter running. And I'm pretty guilty of not thinking Bol is up there with someone like McLaughlin or even a Thing Mo in terms of non-400 meter runners coming in from other events. But this clearly shows that she could arguably run 48 seconds indoors if she really wanted to. She could run for another week or two, and maybe if there was a World Indoor Championships this year, she definitely would have gotten there. But more importantly, outdoors, I don't see why she won't be able to run mid to low 48 seconds in the open 4, and then close to at least low 51 seconds over the hurdles, maybe even faster. This world indoor record that Bol took down was held by Jarmila Kratochvilova, who was just one of 2 women to run sub 48 seconds outdoors in the 400. So again, 49.26 seconds for Bol, that world indoor record. Let me know in the comments below what you think Bol will be able to run outdoors in both the 400 and the 400 meter hurdles. Speaking of athletes who really took advantage of the momentum this season, Aleia Hobbs at USA Indoor Championships ran 6.94 seconds for an American record in the 60 meter dash. This was a long time coming, as she was clearly headed on this path all year. Her 60 meter personal best entering this season was 7.07 seconds, set all the way back in 2018 when she was still at LSU. This year alone, she ran 7.05, 7.04, 7.02, and 6.98. But now with this amazing time of 6.94, Hobbs not only breaks the American record, she moves to number 2 in history, just 0.02 of a second behind the world record of 6.92 seconds, set all the way back in 1993 by Irina Privalova. As I've been saying all season, Hobbs is on pace to run low 10.7 in the 100 meters outdoors. And don't say that the 60 meter dash won't translate outdoors for her. Hobbs is a proven 100 meter sprinter, having won multiple Diamond League races and also having a very strong finish in her 100 meter dash. So this just means the first part of her race is about to be crazy. Combine that with her finishing 40, yeah, this is gonna be ugly for others in the 100 meter dash outdoors. Before talking about some more records, let's step outdoors a bit and talk about the 300 meter dash. Down in South Africa, we saw Letsile Tebogo and Beatrice Masilingi drop some all-time marks in the event. So we're gonna start off with Tebogo first, and in that 300, he dropped a time of 31.54 seconds, making him number 8 all-time in the event outdoors. But what's more notable is how much he slowed down in the last 15 to 20 meters. Low-key, I was actually kind of embarrassed in the sense that he essentially walked across the line and ran one of the best times in history. Tebogo could have easily run at least close to 31 flat, if not faster. And he's already shown how dangerous he is at 100 and 200 meters as well. So showing what he's capable of at the 300 can only bode well for those distances. But then on the women's side, Beatrice Masilingi of Namibia, she came out and ran 34.60 seconds in that 300. That makes her number 2 all-time in the event, only 0.2 of a second off the world record, which was set back in 2019 by Shauna Milewebo. Now, Masilingi unfortunately can't run the 400, but if this doesn't indicate what she's going to be able to do in the 200, you need to really open your eyes, because she is going to be a killer in the event. Masilingi dealt with some injuries the last year, which kept her out for most of the year, and though she ran at the World Championships, made it to semifinals, but unfortunately got injured there as well. We're now looking at someone who is fully healthy, already running fast, and ready to challenge the best women in the world. Next, back indoors, let's go to the field, but to the shot put this time with Ryan Crouser. Instead of throwing at USA indoors, he went to the Simplot Games in Idaho and threw a world record of 23.38 meters in that shot put. Yes, a world record, and not just an indoor world record. That's farther than his outdoor world record of 23.37 meters as well. Crouser is already the best thrower in history, and he has obliterated the all-time marks in the event across the board. But with this performance, he is once again proving that there is no slowing up. I know I don't dip into the throws too much, but Crouser, along with Kovacs and Walsh, have really been keeping this event on fire the past couple years, and this performance could not go unnoticed. Next up, Anna Hall, and she has been the talk of the sport for the past couple years, specifically after last year where she won both the multis at indoor and outdoor NCAAs, finished second place in the 400-meter hurdles, won USAs, and won the bronze medal at the heptathlon at the World Championships. Well, this weekend, she won both the pentathlon as well as the 400 meters at the USA Indoor Championships. And that would be a notable performance in itself, but her pentathlon score of 4,004 points set an American record and was just 10 points away from surpassing the world record set by Dobrinska back in 2012. Hall said that she wants to double in the multis and the 400-meter hurdles outdoors, so this indoor double is a stepping stone towards that and shows that she is very capable of achieving her goal and possibly making the team in both. Now, the 400-meter hurdles is very tough, but I can't put anything past Anna Hall at this point. Back into the field, Tara Davis was also out at USA's and looks to be back in prime form. She hit a personal best and world lead of 6.99 meters in the long jump. She also had another huge jump of 6.94 meters in that same series. Now, this is a major performance for her as the last 2 years have been kind of up and down in her career. She came out of the NCAA in 2021, made the Olympic team, and finished 6th place in Tokyo. She then unfortunately missed making the US team to the World Championships last year. But kicking 2023 off now with two 6.7 meter jumps the past 2 weeks, and now this 6.99 world lead really shows that she is back on pace to get back in that 7 meter range, which really will likely be what it takes to medal at the World Championships. So we all have to keep an eye out for what Davis will do this year. Still in the long jump, but this time on the men's side, Tentoglou of Greece, who recently had his 8.40 meter jump disqualified, he went on to jump a world lead of 8.41 meters. I encourage you guys to check out Jumpers Junction as he did a really great breakdown of the disqualification situation with Tentoglou on his channel. I'll link in the description below. But once again, this shows that Tentoglou is the best in the world and will be leading the men's long jump going into the outdoor season and for years to come. Back on the women's side and in the women's triple jump, one of my favorite events in the entire sport, we saw some huge marks out in France. Liadagmis Povea of Cuba jumped a world lead of 14.81 meters. Not only a world lead, but also an indoor personal best for her as well. And overall, that's her third best triple jump performance indoors or out. But right behind her was Liyanis Perez Hernandez, also of Cuba, who jumped 14.65 meters for number 2 in the world. That's an indoor personal best for her and actually just behind her outdoor personal best of 14.70 meters, which got her 4th place at the World Championships last year. Cuba is always one of the most dominant country in the jumps on both the men's and the women's side. So it'll be interesting to see how these two women translate their performances outdoors, along with Rojas and some of the others when they get back into the mix. With that though, let's go through a couple more quick highlights from this week. Vashti Cunningham jumped 2 meters in the high jump, which equals her indoor personal best and is number 2 in the world this year. Freddie Crittenden and Robert Dunning went 1-2 in the 60-meter hurdles at USA's, with both running 7.49 seconds, but Crittenden ultimately being given the win. Alacia Johnson won the 60-meter hurdles with 7.83 seconds, while Tonia Marshall was just behind in a personal best of 7.85. I have to give a shout out to Will Williams. He took the win at the USA Indoor Championships with a personal best of 8.20 meters. Justin Robinson of Arizona State, competing at USA's, ran 45.40 seconds, which is number 2 in the NCAA this year. Ferdinand Omanyala ran 6.53 seconds in the 60-meter dash for a Kenyan national record and getting the win over a very strong field. Finally, Grant Holloway and Daniel Roberts ran 7.39 and 7.43 respectively for 1-2 in the 60-meter hurdles. So that was a lot, and with all the records that went down, I almost certainly barely scratched the surface in terms of notable performances that went down this past week. So, as always, go in the comments below and let me know not only your favorite result from the weekend, but anything else notable that I might have missed. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and be back again next time. Thanks for watching.